Hi, this is Dr. Julie Gilbert from Oregon Weight and Wellness, and I'm here with Rachel Matthews. Hi, Rachel.
Hey, everybody.
And we're here on our new day and time, right?
Yes, Thursdays. Welcome to
Thursdays.
Thursday.
Yeah, as close to noon as I can get. Yeah, sometimes, some days. But yeah, this is so new routine, trying to get into a new routine. Yeah, setting myself up for success. Yeah. So, but we are talking through the book Sleep Smarter.
Mhm.
And Rachel, what chapter are we on?
Okay, so we are on chapter 11.
11.
And chapter 11 is about training hard but
Yeah.
smart. And remember, when we're talking about this, we're talking about the habits that are going to support better sleep, which sometimes conflict with wanting to get exercise in, right? And we're going to talk about that. One of his tips about how
What's
late
more
in the day to
important?
exercise.
Yeah, if you're coming down to the wire, yeah, do you choose sleep or exercise? These are good questions.
These are good questions.
Yeah.
Exactly. So let's just dive right into the power tips that he has at the back of each chapter.
Sure.
He's got four. I think it's 4. Oh no, he's got 6.
Ooh.
So we have 6 quick tips to run through.
Yeah.
Number 1 is he says exercise earlier in the day, so it won't interfere. Number 1, so you don't not do it later, right? Typically, if we say we're going to do it later, what if all of a sudden something happens and now you can't?
Yes, something comes up. The tyranny of the urgent pushes that off of my plate. Oh, can't do that anymore, or I don't have the energy anymore. I'm just spent.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so the other thing he talks about too with this is, for a lot of people, exercising later in the day actually keeps them awake. It kind of stimulates energy, and suddenly they're kind of amping and not able to calm down and relax. Right. What do you think?
Yeah. No, it's right. Just because of the different hormones that it triggers in your brain, it gives you energy. I think I can get energy from lots of different things, not just from food. Exercise actually gives me energy because of what it does to different hormones in the body that energize. Yeah.
So this is where it comes down to, oh gosh, the only time I have on this day is to exercise at night, but then it might impact my sleep. So if you're faced with that challenge, it's either exercise or sleep better. What are you going with?
Right. It might depend on my sleep the day before. If I've had several days of not sleeping well, I'm going to focus on my sleep.
Yeah.
If I need to keep my momentum going, keep my muscle memory going, I'm going to do a little bit of exercise. Maybe I don't do my full workout, but maybe I get in 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And so I'm not super stimulating my body to stay awake more, but I'm keeping that muscle memory going. I'm putting in that bookmark to, this is my body moves on a regular basis. Yeah.
Yes. I love that tip of doing not as long as you normally would, or as intense of a workout, but holding the bookmark and doing something. Maybe it's a deep stretching yoga thing, which actually can help promote sleep.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Or maybe it's just a calm walk, right? Yeah. Maybe it's a slow walk on my treadmill, or a slow walk outside with my dog. And that keeps my muscles moving, but and actually it can be a decompression time. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So some good tips there. You've got to make the decision. You've got to make the call. Where does your exercise go in the day, and how does it impact in your sleep? Power tip number 2, he says, is to schedule it into your calendar and make it a priority, just like any other appointment.
Yeah. Just like this. I'm scheduling this in at noon on Thursdays, right? It's on the schedule.
Yes. So when you go to schedule anything else in your day, this is taking up a space like anything else. Yeah.
And yeah. I make my schedule, and somebody says, "Hey, can you do this on Friday at 5 o'clock?" And I'm like, "No, that's my exercise time."
That's right.
No, it's not much of a priority. Now, am I going to be completely rigid? So for me, my exercise time is like at 6:15 in the morning. So not too many people are asking me out for coffee at 6:15 in the morning.
Right.
So
yeah. And I like that. We don't have to be rigid in the same way that if something really important comes up, we would cancel a work meeting or we would cancel something else we were doing. But it still has that same importance and priority like other appointments do. And you protect it because it is your self-care. These are your boundaries that are going to get you the health you're looking for. No one will protect these boundaries but you.
Right.
No one will hold you to them but you.
Yeah.
It's not anybody else's, it's not on their radar, right? This is your radar.
Right. That's right. Good.
All right.
Good.
Power tip number 3, do something fun. He says the best form of exercise is the exercise you will actually do.
Right. Yeah. And sometimes in discussions with people about what, sometimes we say, well, what did you do as a kid? What was fun for you as a kid? Yeah. Because if you're going to go swim and you feel like you drown every time you go swimming, don't choose swimming as your exercise, right?
Yeah. So that's a really good tip to look back to what you did as a child or in college or high school.
Yeah.
What kind of movement were you drawn to naturally? And see if you can do something like that.
Right. Yeah. Make it fun. Because something, if it's fun for you, you're going to keep doing it. If it's a chore, it's going to be more challenging to keep doing it. Yeah.
That's right. And I think this next power tip number 4 really ties into that. He talks about having an accountability partner. And for me, when I exercise with an accountability partner, or I know that we're holding each other accountable for it, it's fun. Now it's kind of gamified.
Right. Yeah. So, and this can work both ways, but yeah, a lot of people do much better when they're meeting somebody to walk and they want to fizzle out, but nope, because they know that person's going to be there. They're going to be there. So that can really be a help. And then you're encouraging each other. Maybe you walk a little more briskly to stir one another on, iron sharpens iron. I think there's a saying.
There's a saying.
Yeah.
Yes, it's true. And, some other ways to make it exercise fun, but also to have some form of motivation, accountability, an accountability partner, it helps motivate. So things like podcasts, books, things that you can do while, so for me, I love to walk and I love to run, but not always. But I do know that I get to listen to my podcast or the chapter in my book.
Right.
Keep them only for that time. And it is such a reward. And that really makes it fun for me.
Right. Yeah. You're putting something that you super enjoy with something that, it's good, but I could do without it. But if you're stacking that, then, or actually, I'm going to put the fun thing here, and it's just holding up the other thing that you get. Yeah.
Love
just
that.
holds it in place. Yep.
Love that. Yeah. So finding what motivates you, and I like what you said, Dr. Gilbert. You said something about it can go both ways. Accountability. Make sure the partner that you choose is someone who's just as committed as you are, and that is willing to be held accountable.
Yeah.
Right. Someone who's willing to hear the tough things and who's not gonna leave you high and dry every time. That's
right.
That's then not.
You got to choose wisely. That's right. Wisely. Yeah, because it's easier to pull somebody down than to pull somebody up.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. That's exactly right. Pulling people up can be you kind of get pulled down in the process oftentimes.
Right. Yeah.
So he talks about power tip number 5 is kind of this symbiotic relationship that exercise and sleep have with one another. When you exercise, you actually sleep better. When you sleep better, you want to and can exercise more. And it's kind of this thing. Right. What's going on there? What is
connected? Yeah. Well, I mean, it is the just the way the body is connected and our brain is connected to our body, and when we move our body and physically we run out of energy, for the day, then we're going to be able to sleep more, better. Right. So, and then better sleep. And then sleep is a time of restoration and recovery, and which energizes the next day. So, So, I mean, it's a beautiful cycle that are in a very positive cycle with so many benefits. The other thing, sleep help fix it, changes your gut bacteria.
Yes.
exercise changes your gut bacteria
Mhm.
for the positive, and all
Yes.
of that has that snowball,
Yeah.
beautiful positive effect on health. So,
And we know there's such a strong connection between the gut microbiome and our mental health.
mhm.
There's a strong correlation. So when our gut microbiome is in a place of strength and health, we benefit mentally from that, emotionally, and but when we're in a state of dysbiosis, that gut is in a dysbiotic state.
Mhm.
We're suffering for that in mental and emotional ways as well. So, like you said, it's just one thing helps. There's Health is holistic. It really is just a package deal.
Mhm. Yeah, we can't just think of the heart or
No.
of the brain, or
Mhm.
we're not separate things. We're
Yeah.
all, yeah, it's all, yeah, love it. All
And
right.
healthy living is pleasurable because
Mm.
health is pleasurable, and it becomes this thing where if I do this, this is going to feel better, and then that will feel better, and then that is easier. So it becomes a self kind of motivating
Mhm. Right.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay, last tip for today. Last power tip of this chapter is to add strength training 2 days. He says at least 2 days per week. And I would say actually adding mobility training as well. So
Right. And what do
balance.
you mean by that? Oh, balance. Okay, tell me more.
Mobility training is going to be things like balance, flexibility,
Right.
agility.
Oh,
So I can move my body in space and time in the way that I'm going to ask it to do every day without hurting myself, without, I'm going to pull my seatbelt without pulling a muscle in my shoulder because
right.
I don't have this range of motion, right? You want like all the things. I want my body to move in all of the ways. Yes, we have. That's right. We have all of these joints and muscles and tendons and ligaments and all the things, and they're meant to go in lots of
Yeah,
directions.
yeah, right, right.
And I want to keep them doing that as long into old age as
Yeah,
possible. But if
yeah.
you don't use it, you lose it.
You lose it. That's right. Hey, I want to just throw in here, Rachel, for people we are working with. We do offer some functional movement, to your
Yes.
point. And if anybody's listening and interested in that, you can just give me a shout out and ask me about it and give you more information. But that is so important. The functional aspect of movement, the mobility, the flexibility. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
right. So yeah, the strength training is key to maintaining that muscle mass.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, it's amazing, twice a week,
Mhm.
2 times a week.
Yeah.
Not a lot, and it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be a gym rat, right? You don't
Right.
have to spend 3 hours in the gym,
Right.
right? You can use things that you have at home. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Even just your own body weight. You
even
can
your
use
own body weight.
your
Yeah.
own body weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. So I got to bring up the fact that I challenged my kids to plank off. Yeah.
The first annual plank off.
First annual plank off. We're going to have our plank off, I think, December 24th. But yeah, so I'm in training for the plank off.
Yes. Love it. Okay.
So 2 minutes and 10 seconds. I haven't been able to get past that. But that's pretty good.
That's good. May I offer a suggestion in your
Yes.
plank?
Yes.
Okay, to increase your strength there, have you done dolphin to plank? Like, so you're in the plank position, but you kind of move up into a dolphin and then you come back down. And try like hip dips in the plank.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
kind of working some of the other stabilizing muscles.
Oh, okay.
They might support that solid plank state.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I've been doing some Pilates for like training for the plank.
Nice.
Yeah. But
Nice.
I love the dolphin. And then what'd you say?
You're in the plank position and you tap your hip, you kind of dip your hip
down
to the
Okay.
floor on each side. It gets your obliques.
Right.
You're gonna feel it in your shoulders and your back too for
All right, we'll
stabilizing.
give that a try. All right.
Yeah.
I haven't done my plank for today yet.
Okay.
All right. Very good. All right. Here we are. These are great tips. And I know you have an excellent exercise routine in place, Rachel. But let's move on and talk about what's for dinner.
Okay. Yes. What is for dinner? I don't know, actually, is the answer.
That's fair. Sometimes we don't know. Sometimes we don't have a plan.
No, so normally Thursday nights is my husband's night to cook, and
Oh,
I
it's Thursday
don't.
night. That's right. Oh,
Yeah,
so
I know. So normally we're talking about this on a Monday, and I usually cook on
yeah.
Monday. So I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. No problem. And actually, I'm going to talk about what's for lunch because,
Oh, good.
yeah, I'm having lunch with a colleague and she brought zuppa Toscana. So I'm really excited about that. And then we'll throw together a salad to have with that. But that has all kinds of yummy stuff in it.
Kale and cauliflower.
Kale and cauliflower. Ooh, there you go. Yeah.
Cruciferous. Love it.
Yeah. And I'm going to have my salad's going to have my usual things. I don't know. I just can't get over the beautiful color of cabbage, orange, purple cabbage, orange carrot, and a green leafy.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
I love it. Yeah.
It's a treat for the eyes. And then you're working on your 5 cups and 5 colors.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, sure.
that salad, that regular salad is just a no-brainer way to do it.
It's my standby.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, so next Thursday?
Next Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noon. Okay.
Next Thursday at noon. Let's do it.
All right. We'll see you. Thanks for joining.
Have a great day.
Happy holidays, everybody.